This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store. As it'll be the Golden Eagles of Rio de Janeiro taking on the Detroit Lions. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Come on.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Sets up the screen to Robinson. Oh, good move. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown. Very nicely done there on the reception. And what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Robinson will try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. I don't think that the close. It was blown up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn his TV off. 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 Ain't no other king in his way.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Go. From the gun on 3rd down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. That's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw. They turned into an interception.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
Here's a screen for Robinson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get
hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Ready. 60 by 6.
Looking to throw. Going for the deep ball. And it'll be intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they got a chance to redeem themselves. Maybe reward their defense a little bit. I'll put some points on the board on this one.
13 yards. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams, 59 yards. And the Lions will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. At their own 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
That one too wide and incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Open man right side is Rice. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good.
Rice will go in motion left. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
47-yard line.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. That's out wide here for Robinson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or it runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. They'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further.
What an advantage having a lead guy to build a defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, they can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. This is caught inside the 15. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Viking 18.
He'll drop to throw. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Rashee Rice, a 7-yard touchdown ground. And the Golden Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
That ties the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with his better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
From the 38 now, here's second down at 7.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Looking to throw. Hood. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
3rd and 3.
Ready? Ready?
Back to throw. Hood. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area that...
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
Jahmyr Gibbs, 51 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. Play after right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking middle, and that's complete.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Rashee Rice with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Golden Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line. The
Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. First and 10, here's Gibbs. Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop.
Oh, that was a big beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here we go, set. Hey, cut 19, cut 19. Check flag.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And they'll get this one down to about the 27. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
60 Bobcat!
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Four receivers on the field. It's 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Cohen. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And his kick is indeed good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice pickup at 33 yards.
First and 10.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, caught by London. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
London making the snag on the comeback run. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And the Rio 1st down.
Come on, 18, find it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Let's go now. Craft all 80. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler. Ready.
2nd and 15. And pressure coming, and they got it once again.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think the key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And not nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield.
47-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced the punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half. They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything. But in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball because keeping it on the ground just isn't working for them.
And maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Ready? Ready? 19, Charger, 19, Charger.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before it's out of bounds. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Golden Eagles have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
The kick is
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Lions 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped. So
now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now a play fake here on first down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there and second down.
Brandon, once the apple broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Hey, let's go now. Let's go.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Go.
Back to throw here. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's good.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. While they're able to come away with the interception, Charles, they aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
You know they wanted, you know they expected, they needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's second and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield, and spilling everything.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Will try and do this himself. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And now will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations. Try to race the game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out. Say, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
One quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field, as we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. Second and 11 now. They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll give him 8 that time. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Robinson up the middle. They'll get about 6 there as he takes this from down to the 24-yard line.
That's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Drake London, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Golden Eagles have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
31, Lions 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he returns this to the 22.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield, and allow it.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
26-yard line.
Okay, break.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this a very important drive leading to the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
In motion goes the tight end. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Hold it ready. Let's go. 9,
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd and 6 coming up.
Get it. Ready.
Back to throw. Hood. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Hood. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. That one looks like his throw here. He finds Robinson.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
46-yard line.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
Come on. Set. Cougar 19. Hurt.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And nothing good. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 10-yard line.
What a call there on 3rd down. Took conviction, didn't it? If this is incomplete, the complexion of this game changes dramatically. Instead, not only is this a 1st down, but it's a big play to boot.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick.
That keeps the score. Golden Eagles 37, Lions 25.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Hood. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he'll get this up past the 45. It's a 1st down, but the tackle comes in bounds. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw now on first down. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Back to throw. Hood. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. Getting into the playoffs